time. Specialty coffee has always been about people working together. And the greatest coffees, the ones that truly move us, are born from connection. Connection is the evolution of collaboration. It is the why, the purpose, and the reason we come together to create the extraordinary. Hi, my name is Michael Harris, and today we'll explore the 4 forms of connection that made these coffees possible. Co-creation, fusion, synergy, and resonance. Co-creation is when people come together to create something new through shared knowledge, passion, and trust. The espressos I'm about to serve you is the perfect example of co-creation. We brought together 2 radically different non-Arabica species into a single, intentionally crafted cup. A Philippine Liberica and a Colombian Eugeenoides, both co-created with Wilton Benitez and my team at Henry & Sons. Through months of experimentation and shared curiosity, this coffee is no ordinary coffee. It's a collective masterpiece. The Eugeenoides was produced at Grana Paraiso 92. This coffee underwent a very unique processing protocol. It was first sanitized and placed into an ultrasonic bath for 12 hours. This breaks down the cell walls and makes way for a deeper, fuller fermentation. It is then moved into an anaerobic environment for 7 days with a yeast called Pichiacuveri. This yeast is what contributes to this coffee's complex flavors. Judges, this combination of yeast-led fermentation and ultrasonic bath produces flavor compounds such as linalool and ethyl acetate. And when these 2 compounds combine, we perceive these as berries, grapes, and candies. Now, judges, let's talk about Liberica. Liberica is often misunderstood. It is naturally high in sweetness, but it could be bitter and astringent. This bitter astringency is caused by the oxidization of the polyphenols in the coffee. So in order to manage this quality, we applied 3 natural enzymes before fermentation. Pectinase to break down the mucilage, enhancing sweetness. Bromelain to break down the proteins, lowering bitterness. And a lacase inhibitor to inhibit the oxidization of the polyphenols in the coffee. So in order to manage this quality, we applied 3 natural enzymes before fermentation. Pectinase to break down the mucilage, enhancing sweetness. Bromelain to break down the proteins, lowering bitterness. And a lacase inhibitor to inhibit the oxidization of the polyphenols in the coffee. These 3 combined help reveal the full potential of Liberica, giving us a cleaner, sweeter, more refined cup. Judges, today we're using 30% Liberica for its sweetness and 70% Eugeenoides for its complex flavors. All the information I'm about to share with you are on the tasting cards in front of you. First, for our espressos, please take note of the following. You will find blueberry jam, dark cherries, Concord grapes, and lemon candy. Judges, as I serve you these espressos, please evaluate the crema and kindly wait for my instructions. Now, for tactile, you're gonna find that this is medium in weight. The texture is smooth and the finish lingering. For taste balance, it's going to be medium-high in sweetness. The acidity is medium and the bitterness is low. Now, judges, as you can see, crema is a beautiful thing to look at, but it could be bitter and harsh. So today I'm serving you these espressos in these very special vessels that I co-created with my coach, Federico Balonos. This will help coffee lovers like you and I to pull longer, higher extraction shots. Let me show you. Judges, if you can please take the vessels and place it right on top of your espresso cups, just like this. Just take it and put it. Yep. Yes. Very good. Yes. As you can see, the vessels are holding the crema up and allowing only the best parts of the espresso to flow through. This tool here will clear up the espresso, the crema, and make the coffee better, sweeter, and smoother. Now, judges, you may now take the vessels, place it on the spaces provided. There's no need to stir. Just enjoy. I'll be back with our milk course. All right, judges, if you're ready for our milk course, recipe is 21.4 grams in and 50 out, with a milk to coffee ratio of 3:1. For taste descriptors, you will find nougat, toasted marshmallows, mocha sponge cake, blueberry cheesecake, toffee, and milk candy. For tactile, it's going to be medium, high in weight. The texture is going to be creamy and rich. And the finish is going to be rich and decadent. Judges, this course represents fusion. Fusion happens when ideas, techniques, and ingredients from different disciplines come together to elevate an experience. Today, we're using techniques from modern culinary science and advanced dairy processing to create a milk that would actively and harmoniously enhance our espressos. But first, the tasting instructions. Judges, as I serve you this milk course, please evaluate the milk, the visuals, then please allow me to fully deliver all the tastes, all the milk information, because I feel that you're going to find it really, really interesting. After which, please stir 3 times and then enjoy. I provided shot glasses for your used teaspoons. You can use whichever one you like. There's 2. And yeah, so let's start with our milk course, with our milk. Today we're using 2 types of milk: a lactose-free freeze-dried milk and a vacuum-distilled full cream milk. We then fuse it together in this machine. First, the lactose-free milk. This lactose-free milk was freeze-dried into its powdered form. This locks in all the flavors and aroma. We then place it into this machine to toast it at a constant temperature of 106 degrees. This toasting caramelizes the glucose and the galactose within this milk, which contributes to that delicious nougat-like flavor you're about to enjoy. It is then rehydrated with a vacuum-distilled full cream milk. This vacuum distillation is done using a rotating evaporator, which allows us to remove 50% of the water volume from this milk. This concentrates the milky flavors and enhances the lactose sweetness available in this milk. And once the 2 milks have been fused together, it creates a delicious toasted marshmallow and milk candy flavor. Judges, this course represents fusion, a meeting of ideas, techniques, and ingredients that I'm sure would give you joy and delight. You may now stir 3 times and enjoy. Judges, after you have evaluated the milk course, you may take a sip of water to cleanse your palate in preparation for our signature course. All right, now for our signature course. Synergy is one of the highest forms of connection. It's when different elements elevate each other to create something greater than the sum of its parts. So today we're taking inspiration from our Liberica process. We're using the power of enzymes to transform, connect, and synergize all the ingredients we have here today. Can you guys see? All right. Okay, our first ingredient is the 4 shots of espresso that we pulled earlier and placed into this ice bath. This would serve as the foundation of our signature course. Our next ingredient is made by taking pureed mangoes and adding an enzyme called pectinase. Pectinase breaks down the pectin, the main cause of the cloudiness in the mango puree. After 12 hours, separation will occur. We then strain out the pulp, leaving us with this mango nectar. We're using 60 grams. This, in combination with our coffee, will give us a new flavor of pineapples and mandarin. Our next ingredient is made from macerated strawberries, reduced by 50% on low heat for 5 hours. We're using 60 grams. This, in combination with our coffee, will give us a new flavor of raspberry candy. Our next ingredient is made by taking rice and water and adding an enzyme called amylase. Amylase breaks down the starches in the rice and transforms it into sugar. After 12 hours, we have this sweet rice milk. We're using 100 grams, and this would add body and balance to our drink. Our last ingredient is the one that unifies and connects everything together. It's a 24-hour cold brew using Philippine Liberica, the one from our blend. The ratio for this, 1:6, and we're using 15 grams. And this, in combination with all the ingredients we're using today, will give us 2 new flavors, banana and vanilla. Judges, I'll now integrate all the flavors and aroma together using pressurized nitrogen. In the meantime, on your table settings are letters A, B, C, and D, right? If you could please walk over to our resonance station, I'll see you there in a few moments. All right, perfect, you guys are here. Now, for our taste descriptors, please take note of the following. You'll find pineapple, mandarin, raspberry, banana, and vanilla. For tactile, it's going to be medium in weight. The texture is going to be juicy and smooth. And the finish is going to be refreshing. Now, judges, we have just explored the first 3 types of connection that made these extraordinary coffees possible: co-creation, fusion, and synergy. And now, for the last and most important connection, resonance. Resonance is when coffee becomes a taste experience, and it finally connects with you. The ones who represent the consumers it was created for. And at this final moment of connection, all our collective efforts resonate. Judges, please take a look at this plate. These coffees represent each of us in the coffee value chain. And when alone, when on our own, we're just single particles. But when together, through resonance, we connect. From the hands of the farmers, to the mind of the roaster, the soul of the barista, the hearts of the final consumer. Connection is what binds us together towards a beautiful coffee future. Time.
And thank you, Michael Harris from the Philippines. So we will have a short commercial break.